welcome to the Be Seen, Be Loved TV show with Christie Love here. And today we're going to talk about how to monetize your voice. But first, I want to just give you a little speaker wisdom. And this involves just really doubting yourself, right? If you're a speaker, especially a new speaker, I'm sure you have lots of doubts about, performance and how well you're going to do and things like that. And remember, I was always speaking from experience. I remember when I first started out, I was just filled with thoughts about, am I going to do a good job? Will they accept me? Will they like my presentation? Will they call me back? All of those things used to really flow into my head over and over and over again. But what I found was that, when you're doubting yourself, you're really wasting a lot of time, wasting your time, the time that could be spent in preparation and really focusing all your energy on your audience and really delivering the best you can. So the best thing that I can say about that is to, number one, just go for it. Go for it. Give it your all and do it over and over and over and over again. The best thing that you can do is understand that you've practiced, right? You've practiced, you know your craft, you are an expert, right? And you've talked about this subject hopefully many, many, many times before. And try not to be a perfectionist, but give it your all. And if you do that, you've done all that you can. But also remember that as you continue to speak to more groups, to speak to more people, to get out there more often, you're going to get better and better and better and better, right? And then the main thing that you need to really understand, and what's helped me, is to just adjust. Do a critique of yourself and your own performance, after each presentation. Because realistically, if you ask the audience, everybody's going to say, oh, you did a great job, you did, amazing. But realistically, things that you could improve upon or something that you kind of messed up on. So make those adjustments and tweaks and just apply those to the next presentation. And that's how you grow as a speaker. That's how you get better as a speaker, right? And so that's just a little bit of, just some wisdom from me in this area. So don't doubt yourself, go for it, right? Do your best and just adjust and continue to improve. Now we're going to move on to the topic for today, which is monetizing your voice. And monetizing your voice is something that a lot of speakers that I found don't know much about, right? There's a lot of people who claim that they're speakers or they're authors and they speak to certain groups. But the main thing when you're thinking about using this platform or speaking as a business model is that you look at it in the realm of how can I make money, right? How can I make money? How can I make a living doing this? Because I've seen a lot of speakers who, and listen, I was doing this myself, but who use speaking as a hobby, who love speaking, love talking about different topics, love improving themselves, right? Loving getting their feedback. I was in Toastmasters for over 20 years. And so that's what we did. We just talked about a lot of things in front of people and developed our skills. But over time, I found that, I kind of reached the limit. I mean, there's always things to learn, but I reached my limits, right? And that's when I started branching out into doing more public speaking. But then when I started public speaking, I'm speaking on different platforms and both virtually and in person, again, it became a hobby, not a career. And I had no idea that there is a substantial monetary reward if it is done right. And so when you're thinking about using public speaking as a business model, you want to think about how you can sustain this long term within the industry. Because I see a lot of people come and go, and not many people sustain this over time. And realistically, in this environment, in this industry, only the strong survive. Only those people who are consistent survive. And so, of course, I want you to be the same as well. And so when you monetize your message, it's really going to help you to not only reach a larger audience, right? Because now you have more money to invest in what you do, but it's also going to create a better impact because you can add certain things and incorporate, things to your business going to help it to scale it up over time. And that's when you're going to change from just having a hobby around public speaking to really being seen as an expert and influencer in your industry. Because you can speak all day long, all night long, then everything is great. You had a great time on stage, everybody's rah rah rah, good job, and then go home and when the feeling is gone away, you really left with nothing, and you have to go to the next event, right? And get that boost of energy, and then the next event and get that boost of energy, then it goes down again, right? But when you're able to sustain, this is a whole different ball game, right? And so when you're thinking about monetizing your voice, monetizing your speaking business, right? The first thing you want to think about is your market, your target market. Who are you speaking to? Let's say you are, let's say, a holistic practitioner who mostly works with women, or you are a spiritual coach who works with women. Make sure that your message, right, your branding, all those things geared toward that female audience. But you need to understand and know that first. Your website, everything needs to be geared toward that, the type of speaking engagements that you accept as well. So if a male group offered you a speaking opportunity, knowing your audience, if your audience is female, will allow you to kind of evaluate that, right? Evaluate that audience and say, hey, this is for me, or this is probably not for me, right? For me, my niche is, speakers, right? And I work with men and female. However, my niche is people who want to advance and get paid in a speaking arena, right? Who want to create a business around speaking. And so if someone asked me to, I don't know, go speak to a group of HR representatives, that's really not my niche. So understand your niche is really going to save you a whole lot of time, a whole lot of headache, and a whole lot of money when you learn how to do this correctly. Now, one thing that a lot of speakers do not understand, do not know, right? And I didn't know this for many, many years in the industry, is that there's actually 14 different business speaking models, right? 14 business speaking models. And a lot of people only know a few. You may know you can get paid to speak on a platform like a Keynote. You may know that some people do pay to be on stages, right? You can sell your books as a speaker, but some people don't understand that it goes so much farther than just those few. Such as you could, train corporate environment and in government. I do a lot of that. You can create your own platform, and that's extremely important. People understand that is a business speaking model, having your own event, both virtual and in person. And that's what I help my clients to do, as well as create their own platforms, right? Make their own money. When you do that, you have more control over what you can do, right? And you can also charge a lot more as well. Now, if your speaking business model is to speak on other people's platform, you want to do that in the correct way by having like your own offers, lead generation, funnels and things like that, so that people find you and pay you and get more information about your products and services, right, on the other end. So all those things are valuable to know, but there are systems and there's a lot involved in each one. But first, you have to choose which one is going to be best for you. So your niche, right, and also what platform you want to speak on, right, or choose, right, for your business plan. Now, one thing that also separates the professional, I say, from amateurs, or amateurs from professionals, is your professional branding. Now, when someone offers you a speaking gig or speaking opportunity, or even before that, when they're looking at you as a choice, right, to select you for a speaking opportunity, the first thing they are going to do, and you will not see this because they're not going to be clicking likes and hearts and all of that on your social media. They're not going to be signing up for your newsletter, but they will be checking you out online. So your personal branding is extremely, extremely, extremely important. That involves your social media, right? Your Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, they're checking all of those things out. I cannot tell you how many people who have come to me and said, Christie, I chose you because, I checked you out online for a long time to see what you're doing, and you are, very consistent in the area and the topic that you're speaking about. We need someone who has your influence to talk on this subject at our next event, paid event. Okay, paid event. But I'm consistent. If you look at my social media, I'm doing this over and over. I'm talking about things. I'm showing videos about talking about my subject or my expertise. I show that I attend events and meet other people within my industry and my realm. I'm showing that I'm active on a continuous basis, and so they're able to see that, and there's no question about what I do. And I've been doing this for a very long time. So they have a lot of footage, a lot of information, a lot of things they can resource or reference back regarding me, right? Your digital footprint is like a digital resume, right? They're going to see what you are doing, how many, follow, not so much how many followers you have, but that you have loyal people who are, interested in what you say. You don't need to have like 100,000 followers on Instagram or anything like that. I don't have that. My branding is on point. Some other things that are vitally important for you to be seen as an expert and be paid in this industry is just having all of the materials that you need to showcase your speaking skills, such as your one sheet, right? Your speaking reel, your public speaking reel, showing you on stage in action, or showing you training a company virtually. All of those are vitally important. They want to see you are doing what you say you're going to do, because there's a lot of people in this industry who say they're gurus, say they're influencers, but when they're put on the spot, they crumble and fall. And so that's one thing that I don't want for you. So be prepared. Find a stage, right? Find a stage where someone can videotape you on stage talking about your topic. Do videos, right? Record videos and post them on YouTube, on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever, all of them. That's what I do. Talking about your subject. They want to see you in action. Your speaker one sheet is vitally important, because if someone wants to talk to you about your topics, hey, you can just send them a speaker one sheet. Your speaker one sheet is pretty much your resume, like a speaker resume. It's a short resume that you can simply give to someone and say, hey, these are some things that I'm doing. Now, if they want more information about you, okay, that's where your speaker media kit comes into play. Your speaker media kit. Now, your speaker media kit is like a longer version of your resume. It's going to have those links to your speaker reel. It's going to have, links to your book and more information about, your speaking topics, description, action items, your pricing, all of that. And that kind of leads into the next topic, is your pricing, right? And there's so much information to know about pricing. And so pretty much in this area, the main thing to do is to research your industry. How much do companies in a certain industry pay for speakers to come and speak on their platform, or to do virtual trainings? How much do you need to, or should you charge or split between an event planner on a certain platform, or at a certain event? How much do seminars pay, or conventions pay their speakers, or for keynotes. You need to do your research, and a lot of places do your research online. Online is a great place. Look at speaker bureaus, ask other speakers. When I was first starting out, I have a lot of speaker friends, and I would just talk to them on the phone and find out a lot of information. They were more than happy and willing to help me out in this area. And so do your research, study, and go to these events and talk to people and really connect with the business planners, the meeting planners. And also, if you get an opportunity to speak to other speakers who are speaking at that event, that's even better to find out more about that. Next is, where do you find clients? And that's probably the main important factor as a speaker, because when we're thinking about a speaker business model, what do you want to think about where you're going to find your either next client to work with, or next platform, or people to actually come to your event, right? And so, just to give you a couple of tips in this area, some things that you can do is, social media. That's great. Networking at professional events, but be active. Be an active participant. Okay, you can't go to these networking events or organizations one time and expect all of these people to just come to you and give you opportunities. No, you have to actually go many times, make friends, socialize, and show and give a vested interest in that organization, to help them to do some of the things that are within their cause. Maybe volunteer or accept a leadership role. That's really how you're going to really get in and fit in with these people who are going to give you the opportunities to speak. Maybe you can speak on their platform, or someone knows someone else, or different companies that may need you. That's how you start expanding your network. When you're at speaking events, every time you're at a speaking event, network, socialize. Usually they'll have like a dinner afterwards, after a convention. Go to those dinners, make connections, meet new people, get their contact information. When you get home, we'll schedule a meeting there, because when you get home, schedule another meeting with them, no more one-on-one conversation with them. Follow up with them, connect with them on social media. Chat with them on a regular basis, right? Find other events or organizations that they're members of. That's how you get known in the industry. There's so many people who get this really misconstrued and mixed up. They think that, oh, I can, just do this one and done thing, and all this business is going to come to me. No, for me, I've been doing this over 20 years. It's taken a long time for me to establish the relationships that allow endless opportunities to come to me. But I'm still networking. I'm still going to organizations. I'm still involved in many groups and organizations, many of them that I was a member of at the beginning, right? I just added a few along the way, but I understand that if I accept or join an organization, I need to be committed to that organization and give my all to it, right? And so when you approach the situation and your business and with that mindset, that's when you're going to start seeing a flood of business and opportunities come your way in the speaking realm. And then the last thing I really want to talk about is delivering your work. Now, a lot of people think, this is great, putting together these keynotes, applying for different opportunities, talking to people, that's fun. But sooner or later, you're going to have to deliver. So practicing your craft over and over and over again is vitally important, to make sure that when you speak on that platform, you bring it, you deliver it, you engage that audience, and you persuade or inspire or motivate them to do something, so that they can take action to want more information about you. And so that the meeting planners, the event planners love you so much, they're going to invite you to another event or tell you about another event within your area of expertise. That's how this business goes. That's how you're going to monetize your voice. That's how you're going to get more opportunities. That's how you're going to create a business around public speaking. And that's the best way to do it. And so today we talked about a lot of things. We talked about how to identify your niche, right? Or your niche. And that's important, and a lot of people talk about this, but it's vitally important. So you just save a lot of time, money, and headache, right? And you're actually talking to the people that you want to talk to. And the people that you want to serve are getting the value that they need from you because you're speaking directly to them. Prepare your professional brand. Your branding is vitally important to be seen as an expert and influencer in a speaking world who gets paid to speak and gets clients. Next, understand your rates. Do your research, right? Do your research and find out, how much, and you'll be surprised. I had no idea how much money you can make in the speaking arena. Wow. And I should have started this a long time ago, working for other people for, very little money, for high paying, high level positions. And in speaking, I make, wow, way more than doctors and attorneys do, with my speaking business. And so understand that. And when you get excited, you're probably going to get motivated to do this work. And then find those clients who are willing to pay you or hire you as a speaker, but you have to get out there and do the work. And lastly, deliver and bring your absolute best to the stage, whether it's virtual or in person, so that people keep asking you to come back for more and more and more and more. I love to see my speaking friends get speaking opportunities over and over and over again that really build their influence year after year after year. And so that really wraps up today's topic of monetizing your voice, or how to monetize your voice. I hope you took notes and are also going to take action to implement a couple of these things right away and start transforming your business, because speaking and creating a business model about speaking can really transform your life. I love what I do. I really enjoy it every single day, and I get to speak and talk about things that interest me. And most importantly, I'm able to help other people really transform and make their best lives yet as well. And so I thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Same time, same place on the Be Seen, Be Loved TV show. Bye for now. Much love and success.
Are you a professional struggling to speak confidently in front of others? Do you have trouble giving presentations or leading teams? Are you finding it difficult to sell to clients? At Be Seen, Beloved, we understand the challenges you face. That's why we're here to help. With our expert guidance and training, you'll gain the confidence you need to excel in your business and career. Whether you're looking to lead groups, speak to larger audiences, or train people in your corporation, we can help. Our unique approach will not only improve your business connections and increase your income, but it will also lead to a happier and more fulfilled life. So why wait? Take the first step towards success and visit us at www.beseenbeloved.com today.